Let's see, my Zeta bucket list. Actually, I want to learn 100% completely how to stroll.
I think for sure is to become a life member. That's like number one.
So I don't necessarily have a Zeta bucket list. So I think I aspire now to figure out what is next for me in Zeta. But you know what's on my Zeta bucket list right now is Boulay 2024 in Indianapolis. So that's what I'm looking forward to, is putting my coins together to go to Indianapolis and then have a good time with my sorors.
Talk about it.
I want to participate in the March of Dimes. I know they just had one, but I was working that day, so I couldn't do it.
Yeah.
And then I want to hopefully start the sports net at my school.
This would be to take a private tour of the house in Washington, D.C. A private tour, because I feel like there's feeling there, and I'd like to just be there to soak it all in, to know that through all these years there's been many women that went through there that were very prominent, well-known, assertive, learned, you name it. I would love to have that one opportunity to do that.
Let's see. Well, I've been an officer on each level of the organization, elected. So.
Okay. What?
So I think I've completed my bucket list pretty much. I never thought I'd be a regional director, so I think with this, that part has been accomplished.
Oh my goodness, what a great question. No, I don't have a Zeta bucket list. I kind of been around Zeta, since 1980, and I've held almost every office that is the hold, even as a state director.
I always wanted to be state director, so that's one of the things that's off my bucket list. And now I've been the first person elected in the state of California for Northern California.
I really want to go to the Asian Pacific states. I sat with the Sorors at Boulay, and they were my biggest cheerleaders. While there, I would just lean over and whisper to them, and they were so helpful and so knowledgeable on everything Zeta and just life in general. So I definitely want to go visit them, and of course our Sorors in Africa. I think traveling is important, especially learning about different cultures and experiences that others host, so that we can bring it back home and give them the tools that they need and the resources they need, as well as bring back the tools and resources that they'll give us.
I haven't. I don't know if I want to reveal it. There's some, so I'll just say this without saying a lot. There are some positions that I am looking at that have sparked my interest. I'll say that.
First bucket list item was to become state director. And it was a challenge at first. I was actually nominated, but I had to resign because of my qualifications, because I was a little too ambitious. And then to have to turn around and be nominated again and get accepted a few years later was like the biggest check that I could say that I have. And after this, it's wherever the Lord leads me. When Zeta calls, if I can help out, amen to it.
I would like to expand our state, charter some chapters in other locations, such as Guam, and also China, which is very difficult. We have sorors all over China, but China is a whole country. It's huge. It's massive. So sorors are like 300 and 400 miles from each other. But if we could charter, even if it's virtual and they only like met up once or twice a year, it would be worth it.
I've never really called it a bucket list, but my intention is, as we were the first organization to charter a chapter on the continent of Africa, thereby making us international in 1948, my intent is to visit all of the 12 countries that we have chapters, so that we can continue to bolster their work and expand the global visibility on how they are moving Zeta Phi Beta Sorority Incorporated forward internationally. That's the main thing that I would like to do. This is the greatest honor I could ever have, being the 26th international president and CEO of the finest sorority on the planet.
Now, Sorors, we want to know what's on your Zeta bucket list. Feel free to screenshot or DM Zeta Phi Beta _ Fresno State for the PDF version. And don't forget to tag a friend.